Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Welcome Grove Homestead. Today's gonna be a big day. We are getting ready for our processing day for our chickens and our rabbits. And we have a few people who are coming over to help, but we're just getting set up right now. We talk to these people over here.
Hey, people over here.
Hi, people. Hi, people.
Some of my favorite people.
Yeah, you know.
So what are you doing now?
We are getting water all ready for our scalding pot. This is where once chickens have been dispatched, we'll move them to here, we'll dunk them, and then we will kind of move along in the cleaning process. The plucker, then the actual gutting and cleaning.
Now, are you setting up the plucker nearby?
I haven't got them all in order yet, but yes, it'll be, oh, careful. Let's not, that's hot, and propane. Yeah, it's gonna go dispatch, scald, pluck, clean, and then final clean and ice chest. Anyway, we are putting together our last minute preparations. We have some friends coming over about 9:30 to assist. So we'll have, of course, our family and then a few friends. We're not doing a huge bunch of things today. We're gonna do about 10 to 13 chickens, I think 13 chickens total, and then 7 bunnies. Of course, Audrey is keeping one of them from that litter. So we've actually had 8 in the grow out container and been moving them every day. But as of today, we'll just have 1 in that, and we'll end up moving her eventually into the bunny area and kind of promote her to being one of the permanent bunnies. But the rest are gonna go off to freezer camp. And that is the goal today, to just get all that taken care of. Also, yesterday night, we spent hours and hours and hours cleaning deer. Yes, deer. And you can look back, and we'll tag the video of us how to process venison. But we took Nathan out last weekend, and he got drawn for a very special hunt here. And he was super, super successful. He actually shot 2 deer himself, and just made me proud dad moment. So that was fun. So we've had a whole lot of cleaning and processing already, and it's only Saturday morning. So that is the plan. We'll see how it goes. You'll even get to meet some of our friends today. Some of you may remember that last time we processed, we used a Chicken Tickler 3000. This is our invention, our way of plucking in small scale in our urban homestead, small enough to kind of store away. You hook up an electric power drill to it with enough torque to spin this thing. Doesn't really take a whole lot. And I think we did a video on how to make one of these, but it was kind of a great invention and easy to store when space was more limited. Now, here in the country, we're gonna be doing a lot more. We were doing 13 today, but then about 60 in just a bit. And we've kind of had an upgrade, courtesy of our neighbor, who has kind of gifted this to us, which is incredible. It is called a Yardbird chicken plucker. And this interior is full of chicken fingers. Essentially the same thing as this, a little bit different color. And what we'll be doing is we'll be literally dropping the bird in, and we will show you how to do that today. In case this is your first time going through the process and you're just wondering, how do I process chickens? We will not be doing this with the rabbits. That's definitely not how you do it. Well, more on that later.
Well, we're all set up. Got the first cadets here in the tote. Hi everybody. David, you want to introduce everybody since you've got a finger and can point at who's who?
Sure. All right. So we have some awesome friends over to help us out this morning. Just gonna knock this out. Super cool to be able to share an experience like this, teach, learn. As I'm sitting here, like, so we're gonna do rabbits. Are you like familiar with it? I was told, how many did you do? 300?
Well, we didn't do all at once, obviously, but we did 50 weekends.
Crazy amounts of rabbits, and I'm sitting here like going, okay, so 7, how do we balance 7 rabbits and 13 chickens? It's like, there's some experience here that we get to learn from. And we were talking about the way that all the skinning has been done in the past, when Jim and his wife were doing that, and I'm gonna probably be taking them up on that experience the next time we do rabbits, because I just don't have the materials to do that today. But today we're gonna do the old hanging method like we showed you last time. And we're gonna get going on some chickens. Come on, we'll give you the tour of the process, and then we'll get going.
The dry run.
The dry run, yes. Now that everything is set up. So, we got 5 kill cones in the tractor bucket. We'll go ahead and dispatch them here. We're not gonna be showing you guys the actual killing today. Sorry, you can figure it out. There's a knife involved. Then we'll move on to our scalding pan bucket. Right now it's about 150. We're probably gonna be having around 145-ish, 140. We'll dunk them in there for a few minutes. Then we'll come over here to this awesome chicken plucker. Chicken Tickler 3002. Take a look. The interior spins and takes the feathers. Then we'll move on over here to where we will, I guess, disembowel them or start that process. Really, we have a table to do the fine cleaning just to my right, your left, and then we'll put them right into the ice chest. So let's get going. All right, so chicken's down. We are going to go and scald them. We're gonna count to 30 seconds on it, make sure we're all the way in. All right, grab it out, let's see what you got.
Naked chicken.
That's a naked chicken. And over here,
We're pulling guts out.
nice.
Ew.
We being the operative word.
Yeah.
Okay, and if we're gonna save the livers, we don't
We're
want
saving the livers?
this.
What is that?
That's his gallbladder. Gallbladder has yucky stuff in it.
Ooh, floppy foot, floppy foot.
Okay, here's his heart.
Ugh.
It's a sizable chicken heart.
Yeah, it is.
I'll see the sizable chicken heart. Ugh.
All right, so what do you think so far?
It's simultaneously wet and cold this morning.
All right.
So I just got my hands dry by the fire here, so
This your,
that's an improvement.
so is this your first time processing chickens?
Chickens, yes.
And what do you think?
You know, it's what I've seen on YouTube before, so got a volunteer here.
Oh.
Kind of what I expected.
Cadet going to freezer can. And Jim, you've done this before, right? Once or twice?
Well, Alaska teaches you a lot.
That's right. You got quite a few years.
It's hard
in
to
Alaska.
do this with a moose, though.
Yes.
The feathers come off good, though.
All right, so the next step we're gonna do today, chickens are being cleaned and processed. We are gonna move on to the rabbits. And these are the standard Rex rabbits. They're a meat breed, and they've been basically handled well their whole life. They're pretty tame. We are going to basically knock them out and try to do that as quickly as possible so there's no suffering, and then go through the butchering process. The only difference between a rabbit and a chicken at this point is that we don't have to use the scalding or the chicken plucker. Yeah.
And the fact that rabbits have ears.
Yes, exactly.
That's important to note.
This is true. So the bunny outfit, I guess the fur, there we go, that's the word, that will basically peel off, and we kind of missed the initial pull on it, but you can see it doesn't take much cutting to get that membrane separated, and the fur comes right off.
And you cut it right there, chop it, whatever you want to do it. And the head comes off with the hide.
David, how many times have you all done rabbits before?
This will be our third batch, so we're still somewhat new to it, but yeah, it's a learning curve.
Well, now we're inside continuing more work where it's not quite so cold. It was chillier. Granted, I'm a weenie and I don't like cold, but there was a breeze out there and it was chilly. So I've decided to do some work inside where I can stay nice and warm.
So are you using nice warm materials here?
No! We have rabbits that need to go in an ice bath because the ice bath actually helps draw more blood out of the meat. And so they sit in there for probably a couple of hours while I'm working on the chickens. I don't have quite enough water in here, so I'll have to bucket a little bit more in. But they can all sit and hang out and cuddle in here. And that will leach out some more of the blood. And then after I'm done with the chickens, I will piece the rabbits out into quarters, I guess you could call it. So you get a loin and 4 legs.
And the body is, what do we do with those?
The rib cages and pelvises I don't bother with because there's very little meat on them. So I just put them in the stock pot. And we get bunny broth. Okay guys, so it's actually the day after we did all of our processing. We're still doing some finishing work here on breaking down the chickens and the rabbits and the venison. It was a lot to do all at once, but Elaine and Guinevere both had their babies today. Guinevere had hers early this morning and Elaine had hers actually this afternoon because I checked on her right after we got home from church. No babies, and then I came out a little bit later and she had babies. So we have 2 litters of babies and they each had 5. And it's warm enough now that I can take them out and show you guys on camera because who doesn't want to see tiny newborn baby bunnies? Okay, first up we have Miss Guinevere's nest. She's got 5 babies. She started with 6, but one of them didn't make it. So let's see. Here we've got all dark all the way around. See, even the belly is dark. So this one may end up being a black. And this one has a light belly. So it's probably going to be a castor, which is her color. Brown with a tan belly. Let's see, this one is also all dark. Another castor. Hi, baby. He's got the light belly. And she's got one baby with broken color. So this one is either going to be a broken castor or a broken black. Don't know yet. Gotta wait until the fur starts coming in. So 5 healthy babies. Expected her to have more just based on how big her belly was, but they're 5 good sized babies, so I'm not too disappointed. Alright, tuck them in and then we'll get out Elaine's nest. Okay, next up we have Elaine's nest. Oh, she's a white rabbit, so her hair is white in the nest. Now some of these babies, I'm not going to know what they are just because I don't know what her color genetic potential is, but her babies are fat. Look at that chunky little monster. I think this one's probably going to be a broken black based on how dark the skin is, but you never know. Dad's a broken castor, but that is one chunky little baby. This one, another broken, but this one is, it's a little lighter, so this one might be a broken castor. Number 3 here is most likely castor with that light belly. So probably looks a lot like Guinevere. This one is very light. I have no idea what to expect out of this one. If this is going to be a opal or if it's going to be maybe a lilac color. It's very pretty, so I'll just have to wait and see what happens as this one grows. That's 4. Where's number 5? We've already seen you. Here's number 5. Wake up, little guy. Oh, you're another chunky one, huh? There we go. So that one, it could be a broken blue, but I'm kind of leaning more toward maybe a broken castor. Look at how chunky that thing is. And it was born today. It is one chunky little baby. Alright, put these little guys back in their nest. They've all crawled back in. But they are nice, fat, healthy babies. So, she had 5, which is not bad for her first time. New babies on the farm are always exciting. So pretty excited to have these little guys, 10 babies. And I'm actually really happy that Elaine even had babies at all because she was chunky when we bred her. And so I didn't have super high hopes. Kind of relieved that she did have babies. This is her very first litter. She was never bred before now. So she did great. She's doing great. Her babies are nice and fat and they have definitely eaten. So she's taking care of them and I think she's going to be a good mom. So moving forward, hoping to get some of that extra condition off of her, and maybe we'll have a higher fertility rate in the next time when she has a little less fat taking up space in her abdomen.
What is up? Look at these beautiful birds. Finally got these all set after our day of butchering. It's a funny looking rabbit, I know, but they're good to go. I think I'm learning from just looking at the appearance of them after the fact that we probably had the water a little hot. You can see the red scald marks, but they're beautiful birds. And I think all told, Amanda will probably give you the official weights, but I heard that our biggest bird was roughly over 6.5 pounds. She's right behind the camera correcting me. I heard that our biggest bird was just under 6.5 pounds. Anyway, we got 13 of them. We broke up these six, as roasting, and then the rest have all become, bird parts in the freezer, which is pretty exciting. So we're looking forward to that, and really this is kind of our test dry run, if you will, for the 60 birds that we have in our brooder room right now, which is what we're gonna really hold us over through the winter and probably the spring, probably the summer, however long those birds last. But we're really looking forward to eating some home birds. Again, this is the first, butchering thing we've done here in Tennessee. So big moment. Pretty excited about that. Take a look at those. And the reason I'm holding is because they're really heavy. I mean, there's probably 30 pounds of bird here. So that's pretty awesome.
In 6 birds.
In 6 birds. A lot of you may be asking about the cost of raising birds. And just for those of you who know me, I cannot get away from an opportunity to share a dad joke. And actually these were the cheapest. In fact, they were cheap for just a couple bucks to raise. But no, they're probably around $9 a pound. I mean, not a pound, a bird. In case you wanted to do this at home. So yeah, anyway, Amanda's like shaking her head, and you probably are too, but Buck, buck. All right, so after a long day of grinding meat, bagging chickens, bagging rabbits, cutting animals apart, we are gonna feast on a tenderloin backstrap from Nathan's deer, and this is looking bomb. Take a look. It's been resting for 9.5 minutes, and it is about to be cut open. Let's take a look. How do they say in French? We nailed it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the money shot right there. That's amazing.
Delish. I can just faint.
Well, David did a fantastic job on this venison. I'm so excited. I stole a bite.
The true honor goes to the hunter, Nathan. Thank you for your hard work out in the field. It's a pleasure hunting together, passing on that family heritage.
We are now going to enjoy this venison and the rest after all the work this whole weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys, with seeing old critters moving out and new critters moving in with the new bunnies.
Full circle of life.
Full circle of life.
This is very true.
As always, this is your country nerd with a goat herd and food in the freezer.
Lots of food in the freezer.
That's a good.
What are you saying?
You can grow
Where you're planted. Even if you're a deer.
Well, no, deer's not growing anymore.